Almost there.
Better let them loose. They're right behind me.
Almost there.
I can't hold them.
It's away!
Hi, I'm Ash from Weekend Warlords.
And I'm Rasta Maze from Rasta Maze Painting, or just Rasta Maze from my mother.
Or from X-Wing.
From X-Wing.
Yeah,
you all
he
know
plays
me.
X-Wing.
I've won a couple of like small game night kits with unheard of ships.
Yep. And that's why we're here to talk about today. We're going to talk about how well George has done with this list. So,
Well, really, there's been like a whole hoo-ha about what Poe's best, what Dash is best, and I just want to kind of give you some feedback on the different builds and what they do, because I don't really agree with the statement that there's a good one or a bad one.
one of the things is that I wanted to do this video, and that we wanted to do this video, is we all love playing X-Wing. If you're watching this video, you're going to love playing X-Wing, and that's why you're watching it. George is amazing with these ships. He was brilliant at Element, really good at Warbore, and we want to show you why his build is the way it is and how it works.
Yeah,
exactly. So,
absolutely.
like, for instance, for someone like me who's not tier 1, I enjoy flying all different ships, but the way that certain things trigger and the way that certain things move, like aces.
We had a game last night, and Ash was playing some A-wings, and he had Intensity Jake.
Yes.
And like kind of he explained how it worked, and then I went, but it can also work like this. And he was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
What, really?
Well, I got the 2 ways, and then the 3rd way come in, and I'm like,
oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't even see it, yeah. So I thought this would be a good idea to explain to everyone else as well, and to see it in action. Now, you can talk about it all the time, like we do, everyone is doing online, intensity this, move into this, but to see it, I want you to see it move and understand how it triggers, and hopefully you'll get an idea and you will start to try it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, should we start with Poe or Dash?
Let's start with Poe.
Right, so, 2 builds.
Yes.
There's the one that's affectionately known as Plot Armor Poe.
Yeah.
And Plot Armor Poe, as the title describes, is that he's written into the plot, he's never dying.
Yes.
And that's, as far as I know, I might be completely wrong, is R2D2 Poe.
Yeah,
Whether
regen
you have,
Poe.
yeah, it's regen. And at the moment, the flavour of that Poe tends to come with Veteran Instincts, R2D2, and what's it called? Advanced Optics.
Optics.
Advanced Optics lets you take focus and hold that focus, never get rid of it. So you can't get rid of 2 focus. You can't ever have 2 focuses, but you've always got that focus. And, you know, Poe never needs to spend his focus. He has it as a rolling thing. Both builds, they all come with auto thrusters. That's just a given. Probably the best upgrade card in the game.
It gives us so much auto thrusters. It's just huge. All 3 A-Wings I was running last night.
It's
Amazing.
the best 2-point upgrade in the game. And of course, the legendary Black One, which at the moment, in this meta of lots of missiles, lots of target locks, being able to strip a target lock off yourself or off a buddy is huge.
It's massive.
That certainly helps in the fact of being plot armor.
Yeah.
The other build, which is Intensity Poe. So you're not running VI, so you're running at your standard PS9.
Which is Heroes of the Resistance Poe.
Heroes of the Resistance Poe, 33-point Poe.
Yep.
He's running BB-8 instead of R2D2. Still with your auto thrusters and your Black One, but
Yep.
Advanced Optics is switched out for primed thrusters.
Now this is key.
Yeah,
This is
primed
gonna
thrusters
be massive.
is the bit I think everyone's kind of missed. Where were we? Intensity.
Yes.
One of my favourite EPTs, especially on Poe. It has so many kind of uses. It's incredible, especially paired with BB-8 and primed thrusters. So I'm not here to tell you which one's right or which one's wrong.
Because there's been a lot of debate, but they're both amazing, and you can run them both.
There shouldn't be a right or wrong. There should be a fit that fits you and what you want your Poe to do.
Your play style as well, and that's what it is.
So the idea behind the VI version, the plot armor version, is you have the higher pilot skill, so you're moving generally last. So there's not a lot of stuff, i.e. NIMS running at kind of 10. There's not a lot of stuff that's going to get a target lock on you after PS11. Well, even at PS11. There might be a couple of Imperial builds, but let's just brush over that for a minute. But with R2-D2, you've only got an option once to strip a target lock. That's with your boost. That's not always possible because of board state and where other ships are. So the plot armor allows you to regen, the optics allows you to keep focus. It's one way of doing it, but for me personally, I get the most out of the game, and I find the greatest success rates out of ships that are fun to fly, as well as well built. So I like to fly.
We talked about this a lot last night. So, for instance, there's a big list in the meta at the minute, or the meta, that is Kanan.
Kanan
in the Ghosts with Fen. So Fen stops you doing anything, and Kanan is just a brick that flies across the board. Yeah. Exactly the same feeling I had. So before we went to the first regional, I was flying 2 bombers, and I was like, it was doing quite well, but I didn't feel like I was flying anything.
No.
I was just going up the board, and that's not what we're about. No fault of anyone, fly what you want, fly what you enjoy. But this is X-Wing. You can do some crazy manoeuvres, like you want something cool.
I'm all about dogfighting, and I've run stuff. I've run some missiles, and I've run bombs in the past, but for me now, bombs have got too much. Missiles have got too much. And
with the intro of harpoons coming in, being incredibly like that secondary damage thing, Sabine being what she is,
you add in minefield mapper, you add in trajectory simulator,
Crimson Leader with his rattled condition, Specialist being able to put it where he wants.
So I fell in love with this game because of dogfighting.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go back to dogfighting a little bit. Whether I was right or wrong at the time, certainly going into Element Regional just after Miranda Nim got a nerf, and I played that list, and it was stupidly powerful, and I certainly knew that if I took it, it'd be pretty hard for most people to stand on a table with me, regardless what they were flying.
Well, yeah, I tested against that list with the Wookiee was flying it against me, and
it just murders you.
The damage output on turn 3 was like 12 with triggers. It was just insane. Like, just delete a large base ship in one turn.
Yeah,
is wow.
But honestly, as one of the well-known players in this country, maybe in the world, I didn't want to perpetuate that problem.
Yep.
So I wanted to go to a regional and go, I don't care what's out there, I'm going to go back to flying, just flying. And I know Dash is in my list, and a lot of people go, turrets aren't flying. They are flying. And we'll talk about my Dash build in a minute that makes him into what I think is an ace. And it doesn't need to be PS9 to be an ace, in my opinion. It just needs to have repositional abilities.
Manoeuvrability is what makes an ace.
So there's no missiles in my list. There's no bombs in my list. Yeah, Dash has got a big gun, but that's it. I've got a proper ace with an arc, and I've got an arc dodging turret. That's the plan of the list. So you've got your plot armor, which I know the Americans love, and they feel it's the best Poe.
Yep.
If we got to talk about best Poes, I don't, because part of that equation is the fun factor. And I certainly know that going to Warbore, just gone, there was half a dozen guys there that come up to me and says, we're running your list, and thank you very much, because Poe is a bag of fun to play.
Yeah, the main thing that we're getting, the feedback that was coming in was, this is amazing, I'm having so much fun flying it.
Fun. I keep saying it, if you're having fun, you're going to do better.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even you're going to win, you're just overall going to have a better time, whether you lose all your games or not.
That's what I mean, you've won by having fun.
Yeah,
that's
walking into Element, I told everyone, I don't care if I lose all 6 of my rounds, I'll know that in those 6 rounds, there'll definitely be an instance in each game that I'll think, Poe did this and it was awesome. He did this thing and it was just like a film.
And he went through his debris, and he got stressed, but he didn't care. He's got prime thrusters.
In Jedi, we're not going to get into the merits or demerits of that film,
Yeah.
but there's that cool bit at the start where he pulls a T-roll and then kicks the thrusters.
Yeah.
I can actually do that with my Poe.
Yeah.
So when I'm living the character in my head, it's alive, and he seems to live. And I don't know, I'm not math wing. I am all emotions when I play the game. I live the character. I want to be in the pilot seat. The mathematicians are better at maths than me. I'm a fighter, and I'm going to fight you on a table. And if I've got a ship that lets me fight you, I'm inevitably going to do better. So let me talk about BB-8 Poe now.
Do it. Show us the list.
Chuck the list up, John. So this is the full list that I ran at Element. I also ran this at Warbore, and I won Element Regional with this list, and I've made the cut into Warbore. Unfortunately, it looks like I've got to play my son first round, so I've got very little chance of winning Warbore Regional as well. Not the point. I've made 2 cuts, a 1-run regional with a list, with bad Poe, so to speak. So there we go. So mine is BB-8 Intensity Prime Thrusters Black 1 Auto Thruster Poe. I'll talk about Dash separately in a minute. So you want to switch out of that now, John? Thank you, mate. Right, so the real key is primed thrusters.
Yeah.
Primed thrusters allows you to boost or barrel roll with up to 2 stress. Once you hit 3 stress, it's not going to work. I very rarely are in a position where I get 3 stress. The real thing that tipped it over was prime thrusters, because at the moment in the meta, there's lots of stress. You've got Ezra, you've got Wookiees with tacticians, you've got all sorts that are going on with
If someone
stress.
can put 1 stress on you in a turn, a lot of ships, such as Rey, I mean, if she's double stressed, she ain't doing nothing. Even with Kanan, she ain't doing nothing.
You put 2 stress on plot armor Poe, he's dead.
Yeah, he's going
He's
nowhere.
dead.
He's going nowhere.
I
He's got no
I don't
action.
care that you regen in 1 shield.
Yeah.
If they've just stopped you acting at all, there's no boost. You're not stripping no target locks. You can regen a shield, but when their next turn you're going to get hit by 2 harpoon missiles, Poe's coming off the board.
Yeah.
Primed thrusters and BB-8 allow you to position Poe in a way you cannot position VI R2D2 Poe. So I played plenty of matchups against VI Poe with my Intensity Poe and won all those games because R2D2 Poe at VI became quite predictable about where he was going to be.
He didn't have the option. That starting barrel roll from the BB-8 thing and being able to trigger from that as well is just...
It was a little bit like... So Kylo in his silencer with advanced sensors allows you to react to people's manoeuvres.
Yeah.
Same with BB-8. BB-8 kind of acts like advanced sensors. So as long as I've dialed in a green, I'm triggering BB-8.
Yeah.
Just because I want to go left on my dial doesn't always mean I have to kind of go left, because I can barrel roll right first into a bump.
Yeah.
And because of intensity, as soon as I'm triggering BB-8, intensity triggers. So it allows me to do a couple of things. It allows me to, number one, first of all, I'm stripping a target lock if there's one on me or a partner that's nearby with BB-8. Trigger intensity. I can take an evade. That's not normally accessible by Poe. Or I can trigger it for a focus. So if I triggered it for a focus, let's look at like the Kanan Fen matchup. Fen's a nightmare because he strips Poe's focus. He doesn't with intensity, because I'll trigger intensity, I'll take a focus, I'll move, I'll take another focus. I can have 2 focuses. Fine, you want to strip my first one? When those TLT shots come in and I'm out of arc, I've got my auto thrusters and I've got my rolling focus. And he hasn't broke down Poe as easily. With the evade, I can barrel roll, get out of an arc, strip a target lock, do me move, and all of a sudden I'm turtled, hiding behind a rock, because I can now, because I've got BB-8 to pop out of it next turn. Primed thrusters also allow the trick of talon rolling and 4K-ing and triggering a boost. And when I trigger the boost, I trigger intensity. So that can trigger, obviously, normally it's going to be my focus, because I want that rolling on Poe, or I can trigger for the focus. It also, here's the real trick, and I know I caught people out in the tournament and won games because of this. So can we switch to
Let's get the down camera and let's show you him move. Okay.
So, for example, I've got Poe here, something like this. I trigger BB-8 to perform my barrel roll, putting me somewhere like this. I then go free forward green, completely through this debris, or even landing on a debris. So it is about eyeballing your moves. As long as my front nubs are clear of that debris, I can then boost off of that debris. So in my list, I've not only got dash that ignores the rocks, I've got mini dash that kind of goes, I don't care about
the
debris.
rocks. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work with rocks because the rocks state you have to skip your action, but it works with debris.
Now
So-
the key as well is you're still an option that you're going to take damage from this.
Oh,
But it's
absolutely.
crit only on debris.
So it's a 1 in 8 chance. It's
Yeah.
only a crit. Certainly, if I'm fully shielded or whatever, this is just things. I mean, guys, you can be in front of a rock. I can dial in a free talon roll through a rock, take a stress for the maneuver, take a stress for the debris, boost, trigger intensity, and I've just literally done a hard won talon roll with focus.
I mean, that one is straight out of Jedi. That's the one.
That's
That is
properly
straight out of Jedi.
bonkers.
Yep.
Yeah, it's properly bonkers. And when you can pull moves like that, that's dogfighting, baby. That's not any jank wing. That is, I am going to call your bluff. I'm going to put my ship in a place you never thought I could put my ship.
And it's and with everything else that you've got built on it, you can put yourself out of arc so easily. You can make sure your auto thrusters are kicking in so easily, even against turret weapons, and just getting out that
Absolutely,
arc.
absolutely.
It is seeing
Absolutely.
it fly. I mean, you can go back. There's videos of you playing in these tournaments
Yeah,
already and
absolutely.
using it, so you can see it in action. But I wanted this to be George telling you, watching, because until you've seen it happen, it's like. This is insane. This is so important to what X-Wing is.
He is so manoeuvrable. I mean, Rebels have always struggled with having true aces, and there's that whole thing that Poe is not an ace. Poe's an ace like this. And I know he's not PS11, and you've got PS11 ace, Poe, but I find that once you start tackling aces that are VI'd up, they're very unmanoeuvrable. And so Poe can just call their bluff, run at them and go, watch me do this. I'm just not there no more. And they're like, oh, bugger, we're just going there. And you knew I was going there. And now you're out of arc, and even though I'm a higher pilot skill, I'm about to get range 1 by you and not give you no return fire.
And he's a 4 dice range 1 monster as well. I
So,
mean, he's an animal.
Yeah, in my mind, the regen gives me a shield back, but I'm predictable, and I'm probably going to take a lot more fire.
Yeah.
BB-8, intensity, prime thrusters,
You ain't gonna get
allows me
shot.
to dodge shots.
Yeah.
So, Poe can die, whether he's plot armor Poe or he's not plot armor Poe, but the less shots I'm taking, the longer he's going to be alive. I just deeply love the fun factor with this Poe as well, and the bluff factor. I mean, to stop him having an action is close to impossible. You need to be able to block him both sides and in front to stop an action happening. Because
See, and the options are, he doesn't have to trigger any of these things.
No.
He can. And like we were talking about with the A-Wing and the 3 different ways to do it, that's it. It's got so many options of
So many.
what this ship
I mean,
can do.
I don't have to trigger intensity with BB-8. I can go, I'm going to dial in a white,
Yeah.
I'm going to fly somewhere, then I'm going to boost and I'm going to trigger intensity.
Yep.
It's got so many variables of the way you use it. It's so interesting and so much fun that with some practice time on the table, you're never going to regret running this Poe, even if it's just purely the amount of fun you have. And let's not forget, this is a game we play.
For fun.
And I'm playing top level, but anyone that's ever watched me play a high level final match or a cup match will know how much fun I'm having doing it. And if I'm not having fun, I'm going to do worse. I want to have a bit of fun with my lists.
No, head down, not enjoying the game,
Yeah,
like taking too much out,
Yeah.
That's not how we play.
No.
We play for fun, and that's the whole point of it. So if
Yeah.
you're flying somewhat, which is like, ridiculously fun, like you say, pulling silly manoeuvres and turning it round on a penny and just being back in their face, and
Yeah.
even your opponent is having fun because he's seeing something which is amazing.
So So let's take like the quick draw 3 gunboats example.
Yeah.
I'd start my match, and generally Poe and Dash would be right near each other, which is not great because Dash is lone wolf. But at the start, I'd keep them a bit close, and I'd be stripping all the target locks off Dash because they know not to target lock Poe. It's a bad idea.
It's a waste of time. Yeah.
And then when we get to that crunch point where normally you're going to go, no, I need to keep Dash alive and strip his target locks. I'm not bothered. With this Poe turns around and runs straight at him and go, I'm coming. Deal with me now. I'm right in your grill and you're never shaking me out of range 1. And at that point, they got the option of going, bugger, do we keep trying to chase Dash down? Or now we've got this monster that's rolling 4 dice at range 1. We can't get him out from behind us because he's just talon rolled, boosted back into range 1. We've got to deal with Poe. That's how I was using him. I weren't using him defensively. I was using him incredibly aggressively.
Well, in your semis game with Phil,
He was just...
Poe would not die. He wouldn't die. He was just amazing.
He lived at range 1 of my opponent's Dash. And my opponent's Dash had a mangler cannon. But because of my evade, I never took damage. 10 rounds of shooting on 1 hull. And he never died. Have we died, John?
John, have we...
we may have died. We may have experienced some technical difficulties.
I'm pulling a beautiful face on a hard...
The sound's still going.
The sound's still going. We're
stuttering, we're triggering, we're coming back.
Yeah.
Someone next door is obviously downloading a lot of smut.
Yeah.
We're coming back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tea Time with Rasta and Ace. Rasta and Ash.
Ace will do. I'll go with that.
Ace Brooks.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Name for the cast.
Yeah. But yeah.
So,
Ace, I'm good.
Can you, well, you don't need to chuck nothing up. What I want to do is I want to talk about how Dash interacts with Poe. So, there was also a little bit of an argument about the better upgrade on Dash, countermeasures being the one in question. And as you know, I won Euros with Lebo with countermeasures. And at that point, countermeasures was a great call. Yeah, Lebo for life.
Yeah.
Countermeasures was a great call on Lebo because of the jump masters that were in the meta. We weren't in this harpoon meta. Really, jumps were the big threat as far as missiles were concerned. And it just gave me that turn of dropping a target lock and killing a jump because I was running with Miranda generally, killing a jump.
We've gone again, John.
I'm going to just keep talking. Shall I just
keep going. Well,
I'll just keep talking, guys, with just a few picture problems.
Yeah.
Of killing a jump before it ever got to shoot. But as I've gone over to Dash, I've always said I believe engine on Dash is the upgrade. And a lot of people will go, oh, you don't know how to fly Dash if you're in arcs. Nonsense. That's absolutely nonsense. We've got 3 gunboats that can slam into shots. They can come from anywhere. There's no way you are dodging all those arcs with a single manoeuvre.
Their ability of being able to move, slam and shoot is just opened up a different... That changed everything, didn't it? They had new ability.
The fact that you've got that many ships with missiles coming at you, right? So it was much harder to get out of those arcs if they're played very well. So at Element, my last 2 games of Swiss was played against triple gunboats, quick draw. So I can't remember exactly the one before last, how many times I did it. I know it was a fair few times, but I counted in my last match. And in my last match, I dodged torp shots 7 times because of my engine upgrade. That wasn't... So how does countermeasures outweigh me dropping 7 missile shots? The guy fired 1 harpoon all game. And it was Dash, and it was through a rock, and he only rolled 3, and I completely dodged it because I was in a good position. And all I was doing was just arc dodging, killing gunboats, arc dodging, killing gunboats. When you add that into mini Dash, Poe with prime thrusters, you've got these 2 incredible arc dodging aces. And engine on Dash multiplies Dash's pilot ability by a stupid amount. He already is bonkers. Can we switch to a map?
You can see Dash move. I mean, it's insane.
So if you can imagine, Dash is here. Dash can go 4 forward, end up here. But then Dash can also, there's another rock over here somewhere. Dash can then go 1 bank, come over here now. So when you start adding that sort of manoeuvre, that sort of movement speed to this ship, it's very hard. You've got gunboats coming in here trying to get you. Dash has gone, your normal 4 forward movement, bang. Countermeasures, barrel roll's not getting you out of that.
No.
Countermeasures is dropping one. You've got another gunboat here, another gunboat here. Dash has just gone, do you know what? I'm off now. I'm at range 1 of this gunboat. I'm not bothered about your harpoon.
Yeah.
These two have missed their shots, and I'm going to black one. The engine with Dash is the big call.
Another thing to point out when flying this list particular, well, I mean, you taught me this a long time ago when we first started. When flying Dash, rock setup.
Yes, rock setup. You obviously know your opponent, if he's got any brains, we can switch back to me now, back to the camera. If your opponent's got any brains, he's going to try and set up your rocks as far apart as possible.
He doesn't want any of that stuff in the middle. He doesn't want you to control it.
You want to create the densest field as well. I know a lot of people tend to take 2 debris, 1 big rock, 3 debris, especially if you're running with this Poe. It basically means 50% at a minimum of the rocks on the table are almost not there for both your ships, if you're clever.
Yeah, with the Prime Fusters Poe, it's a no-brainer. It's like, I want debris, I want it everywhere.
I want debris. And rocks are what this game's are about. A lot of people, a lot of the top players, they'll bring big rocks because it catches out weaker flying. So use your rocks, cluster your rocks. Dash lives in the rocks.
That's what you said to me the first time, was Dash lives in the rocks.
He lives in the rocks, but it's a safe spot to run to. When it starts hitting the fan, Dash goes, right, I'm off to my house.
Yeah.
There's very few ships that can pace Dash with an engine when he starts jumping through asteroids. Look, Kylo's silencer is one in question.
Kylo's silencer is a funny one because
of advanced sensors.
Yeah.
Right, so, but other than that, you can use engine to outpace Sontiers. You can use engine to outpace PS11 Poes, to outpace other dashes that don't have engine. Even if you're looking at a mirror where you're facing a Dash with a HLC and he's got countermeasures, do you know what? I've probably got initiative on you. I'm going to use my engine to boost into range 1 and I'm going to batter your wingman and you're not going to shoot at my Dash.
Large base ships, in general, with an engine, are incredibly fast and horrible to deal with. I mean, I've chased decimators and been annoyed by it, but Dash, who don't care about rocks and you've got no ability to get past them, is insane.
You need to think 4 forward with a 1 forward boost has moved you 9 base lengths across the table. That's mental. That's range 4 from where you started. It's very hard for other ships to keep up with Dash when he's doing stuff like that. So, I mean, I think that's really the key points of these 2 ships that you guys needed to hear me talk about and are probably interested in why I did certain things with my list. And I know I got a bit of grief about it, going, how did you win it? And we often get told our tiny European meta is not good.
No, we suck.
That's not true. Certainly the people I play against in this country are just some of the best in the world.
I mean, we watch the whole world's X-Wing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. We watch it all. We watch everybody's X-Wing. We, when we're not playing X-Wing, we're watching X-Wing. We're reading blogs. We keep up to it all. We listen to podcasts. We love X-Wing, but the European meta for us is incredible. I mean, some of the teams out there at the minute are just next level.
And the players, like some of the guys I played, big up to Jesper with his control bots.
Unbelievable. Best bots player in the world.
Proper gutted that game wasn't streamed.
Yeah.
It was just really sexy to watch.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Got a lot of compliments off bystanders going, that was just incredible. Best game of X-Wing I've ever seen.
I even spoke to Jesper online and said that, that's the one that should have been streamed. That is...
And by no means, that weren't like me beating Jesper.
No, the game was insane.
Jesper had ruined Dash straight away. He'd ruined Poe, was running around the whole game pretty much on 1 hull.
Yeah.
I think Dash was on 2 or 3 hull. And somehow, you know how? Primed thrusters and intensity, that's how.
That's the only way.
Flying through rocks with a 1 hull Dash and managing to get at range 1 in a position where even Jesper was like, what? How did you get there? That won me the game on the dying shot of the match. So, props to Jesper. Those control bots give me bloody nightmares, and now my son's running them.
And
it's doing me head in. So now all I got to fight is control bots, and I ain't got no tricks against my boy, so he just batters me all the time. But look, what I'm purporting is that you guys need to look at kind of out of the box thinking, and also look at something that's a bit fun and a little bit left wing, and often that gives you the best results on the table. If you're enjoying what you're flying, you're going to do better.
Yep.
Don't just be sheep. Don't just go, VI this or this.
Someone's told me the
build.
regen's better, I'm running regen. Someone's
Yeah.
told me intensity's better, I'm running that. Run them both.
Try it out.
Run them both.
I'm not saying plot armor's worse than intensity. I'm not saying intensity's better than plot armor. I'm saying they both have their merits. They will both suit different play styles. So try them. Don't get stuck. Do you know how many ships I've got in my collection? Thursday night at my house, all I do is bust out ships I never play and play silly combos because I want to enjoy my hobby. I want to enjoy all the beautiful things they've made for us. So don't get caught in it. You might surprise yourselves. You might come
Nothing's
up...
rubbish.
No, with
They've all got a spot.
a little
They've all got a
twist
spot.
on a classic list or a completely new jank build that catches everyone out. You know, there's nothing more scary than when you get to a table and the guy's got a list down and you have to walk round to the other side of the table and go, what? What does that do?
Yeah.
Scary. You're not ready. You're not going to deal with it. So don't get downhearted. Together as a community, if we keep like running these cool ships and, you know, hopefully the powers that will go, no, they want to fly. They don't just want combo wing. I don't want combo wing.
Let's give them more aces.
Yeah, we want flying. We want that excitement of nail-biting matches, not a three-turn game that once the ordnance is gone, it's all over.
No.
That's no fun for your opponent. I don't want to do that to my opponents. I don't particularly enjoy when my opponents do it to me. By all means, if that's what floats your boat, float it. I'm not going to call you out.
I've been flying big ships for the last 2 years. You know me. That's what I've been flying.
Just flies great.
Yeah. And just big shit and bombs. I haven't got a problem with it. I like bombs, but I do agree that it takes away from the beauty of the game. In like flying the aces when I wanted the aces out last night, and watching you fly Poe and watching Paul fly the list that Kyle Sunte and Wampa.
Wampa, you done been wamped.
Watching him fly that at Warbore was just like I'd never seen X-Wing played like that. In the fact that when he played James Finlayson and they tied up in the bottom corner, it was insane. The options and the things that they could do with their ships was like. That's X-Wing. I remember that.
That's X-Wing at the start.
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong. You know, Sontier still gives me like palpitations from those metas because I'm a Falcon guy. I'm a pancake flyer. I always will be. It's the pancake or dash. Them sort of ships. That's where my heart is. So certainly, I remember those days of chasing Sontier around. Continually blatting him for full damage and him just going, no damage.
I ignore
so,
that.
but do you know what? It's cool. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that hard game, that stressful 65, 75 minutes of only just pulling a win right at the end with a lucky shot and Sontier's finally gone blank.
The thing about an ace is as well, it is incredibly hard to smash him. You will spend 9 of 10 shots not doing any damage, but one that goes through, delete, gone. That's it. You lose an ace like
with
that.
Glass cannons.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched a fully cloaked Whisper at range 3 through a rock yesterday roll 6 blank greens. That thing had been ripping chunks out of something, and then all of a sudden it just wasn't there no more. It's a balancer. So
it might be worth just mentioning, just saying on the stream that if you want to comment, you need to comment on the live stream and not some random place.
So this is the first of many videos that we should be doing and going live, so so everyone can comment and ask us questions, or specifically ask Rasta questions, because I don't know.
Ash knows plenty. You know what? You should all have like various different views of this game, and you know I've won some stuff, and Ash hasn't won some stuff, but Ash is part of this community. You're all part of this community, whether you've won it or loads of stuff or you haven't won loads of stuff. That doesn't matter. I value all of the members and all of your views and your opinions. So if you guys like this and you're like, George, can you talk about this build or what can I do with that?
See, this one, we're talking about this.
Let us know.
I wanted him to talk about this. This is why we're talking about this. This is what I wanted to talk about. I wanted him to explain this to me and to you. And that's the point. So if you want to know something, feel free to message the Weekend Warlords X-Wing page.
Absolutely.
And we will share these videos out as much as we can.
Absolutely. Look, I ain't got no secrets.
No.
And nothing I do or play or fly should be kept secret. And I'll tell you all about how I think and what my manoeuvres are. Or
All
what
these
my
cards-
tactics are.
These aren't illegal. You can have them.
Yeah.
Like, everyone can have
Everyone
all
can have
these cards. You're all allowed them. Nobody can have something you can't have. So, like, X-Wing it's there for all of us. You know, like, we can build this Poe is built with Heroes of the Resistance. What else we got on there? We got auto thrusters from Silencers, Star Viper.
Not just Star Vipers.
Silencers.
So you don't have to buy Star
Vipers
for
anymore,
thrusters
that's right.
You get a good chip with it, but you know, look, Phil GC will argue with me that Star Vipers are bloody cool, and I'm going to try running some Star Vipers soon, Phil, just for you.
Damn right. But a BB-8 core set.
Yeah.
You know, like Black One is Heroes of Resistance, Intensity, Tigressa. You know, you can pick all these cards up and put it together.
This is not 40k.
No.
This is X-Wing, and the joy of X-Wing is there is no restrictions on any of you. You can all run whatever you want. There's no like going, oh well, I've got Rebels, so I can only use these cards. There might be one or two with crew, but generally, you all have access to the same stuff, which is a leveler. So then it's just up to you to either call the meta or just make a choice for yourself. Prioritise fun over winning.
Yeah, let's make the meta. Let's make it.
Make it.
Let's make it. Let's,
you know,
let's be it.
If you don't like things, don't fly it, and everyone get on it. And you know, look, there's certain things I don't like at the moment. Bombs, and I flew bombs to great effect, but bombs got a bit much with trajectory simulator, with bomblet generator. I think
infinite
it's a
bombs
bad
is
call,
crazy.
and trajectory simulator bad call. Thankfully, FFG listened. And they fixed that for us, because I was in a really dark place with that, because that list was going to dominate the world forever.
I don't.
Let's never get this game into a position where it's just one list.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was horrible. Just seeing the results come up, it was just like, I mean, we were so disheartened, weren't we? We didn't want to go anywhere.
No,
but the trajectory similar, what they've fixed it to now, I'm okay with it. I mean, I think it works quite well on the bomber. It gives it that little something. I mean, it's a too nice turret. It's a pile of crap without it. But with that, it's kind of cool. It's still massively strong on Nim. I mean,
but before there was no approach to that list.
No, because he could move.
It didn't matter where you engaged, you lost.
Yeah.
Whereas now you can engage, and that's important. So no matter how, I mean, I struggle a lot against Kane and Fenn at the moment. I'm sure all of you are struggling against.
It's horrible.
It is incredibly brutal. A prime example of a combo wing, where you just have these cards that interact together, creating this monster, which is more about the cards than it is about actually flying the ships. And I don't like it, but I can beat it.
Yeah, exactly. We saw that.
I beat it last night with by
one of the greatest players that I know, without a doubt. He is X-Wing mind.
Yeah, big up Tim Marsden.
Yeah, he is everything. Like the fact that he comes down the store and plays here is a massive bonus
to us.
Both
cuts at the last two nationals. Tim's really, really good player. So
like genius.
Beating Tim with that list was a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it really showed everything that, like, that list was like the ball ache for us all.
And it is, because it's everywhere.
And
but
Tim
don't be
running
disheartened,
it,
because let's just get out there, let's beat it, let's smash it, and it'll go away.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's just show them you can fly around it. Use your brains. I've given you a couple of tips there. Intensity Poe, can't strip your focus. HLC engine dash, making sure you keep that bugger at range free. Yeah. Take your time, practice your games, use your tactics, use your head, lose games. Losing games is massive. And
what did we say on the way back the other night in the car? We were talking about it, and you learn more by losing, not by winning. And the best winners have lost more games than anyone else.
Yeah. Don't be disheartened by your losses, and don't be blind to the fact when you make mistakes. Yeah, don't be too proud to admit, actually, I lost that game because that's where I screwed up, or that's what I did wrong. Because then you can go back, and when you get yourself in that position again, you'll remember it. You'll have that muscle memory of going, I've been here. Hold on a minute. I know what didn't work last time. I'm not going to fall for that trap. This time I'm going to do this.
Yeah, I know. I know that you can BB-8 that Poe.
So
I know you can BB-8 that Poe. So what am I going to do about it? You know he can BB-8 that Poe because he's just told you he can do it. So what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
You know?
So
So in the spirit to show that this is alive and we're prepared to tackle any question.
Yeah.
And if you can guess who's asked this question, you win a special prize.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What grooming products do you use for your beards?
For our beards?
Hold on, is that Lebo Williams?
No, not quite.
Lee Dalton.
Yeah.
Grand Moff Daddy Dalton, love you.
Moroccan oil,
Love
Lee.
you.
Moroccan oil.
I don't use any. I'm just naturally gifted.
He's just got it.
With the beard
Whereas
growth.
I have to, yeah.
Just get out of it, Lee. Can we have a proper question? Yeah, a proper, genuine question. I have heard on the grapevine that the great Grand Moff Lee Dalton has just received a large order of second-hand X-Wing ships, and he has kept out of that Dash Poe.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
he's finally seeing sense. Watch the films, Lee. The Emps always lose.
They are. They're not even in the. They're not in it. They're not in the race. The
Just
Rebels were.
imagine the YT-2400 is a Rebel Decimator with agility. I know that's probably mind-blowing, but you can have green dice too in your game, Lee.
See, I was disgusted with Seb coming in last night and running the Imperials, but fair to him, he put all Rebel Lego figures on them, so we're all good. So we're all good.
Yes.
Yeah.
More importantly than any tactical advice or card
These
building.
are in-kept secrets now. These
Right,
are really important.
This is how I win stuff.
Right.
Lego figures. You need Lego figures. So on your cards, then your opponents can't say, oh, I didn't know what your card was. Of course you did. Look, I've got Ray stood on Ray. I've got Dash stood on Dash. I've got BB-8 on BB-8. Lego it up, boys and girls.
And point your guns.
Point your guns.
Point your guns.
Magnetised. And look, guys, if magnetising a gun is too much beyond your skills and capabilities, remember to look up Rasta and Ash painting on Facebook. And I can magnetise your guns in a multitude of positions and give them a cool paint job. It really helps. Really helps.
And if you sign up to Rasta and Ash painting,
Yeah.
right, there'll even be a video teaching you how to
do
magnetise.
it. Yes.
I mean,
yes.
you're going to learn.
Come on.
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
So, have we got any other questions coming, John? Oh, here we go.
So Ben Cox asks, K4 or Lats on a Sarge? And you might have to repeat my question because I may not hear this
So,
one.
we've just had a question from Bengar Cox, the beautiful Bengar Cox, renowned for his pink templates, pink ships, generally pink body.
Yeah. Loves pink.
He's just asked the question, K4 security droid or Lats Ratzi on Asajj Ventress. So, once again, they do two different things. There's probably not a right or wrong answer.
No,
but
it's cool for both.
It's cool for
Exactly.
both, but personally, Lats Ratzi. The interaction between Lats and Asajj's ability should not be overlooked. It's bang for your buck, Bengar. The fact that you're just nerfing damage down with a ship that's probably running push the limit, looking at focus evade, maybe got some glitter stims tucked away, man. There's a lot of stuff that gets stressed at the moment. I mean, look at Ezra's. Ash just evades, sat on the ship waiting for you to use.
And it's everywhere.
You know, look, Paratani was powerful because of Lats's ability to keep Asajj alive. So don't underestimate Lats Ratzi. Personally, I'd go Lats all day long.
K4's got its place, but, you know, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, you rock up, take a target lock, and a focus. There's your push your limit actions. I've got Lats, which is my evade. It's all inbuilt, so it works the same way. So, yeah, I'd go Lats, Ben. Any more?
Yeah, but they're coming.
They're coming. Hey!
Next question, Steve Theobald. What does Scum need to be on a par with the other factions?
Okay, Steve.
Now, I'll tell you right now, Scum are already higher than everyone. You've got the cheapest ships, the cheapest upgrades. I mean, I was playing against Shadowcast the other day, right? All threes are green, right? So it's like fast. It's got a movable turret, you know. Well,
So-
it's got 2 green on a large ship.
Mr. Theobald,
It's crazy.
if you notice the Element Regional, the 2 final lists in the final match were my list, obviously, but double Shadowcasters.
Shadowcast
Built
is a
very
thing.
cleverly by the amazing Twiggy.
Yeah, Twig.
But they're an incredibly hard game. Going into that match, you can ask anyone. I went, I can't beat that list with this. It's going to ruin me. I know how powerful it is. Scum are well up there.
Scum Nim, ugh,
Yeah, Scum Nim,
Yeah.
Scum Soul.
ignores his bombs. So amazing.
Fen Rao's still a beast. And Fen Rao's back, if people have kind of forgotten about him a little bit because
Aces are back.
he went away because of Action Bomb Miranda, but since they nerfed Miranda with the advanced slam nerf, she's not running those sort of bombs no more.
No.
So get Femrao back on the table. There's some janky lists where you've got like a PS11 Kimoglia with the Kiraz fighter,
the
Jospero,
PS5,
right?
yeah.
With Nim, which has this janky little combo wing where they're shooting you with harpoon missiles before you've got to the combat phase.
And so it's chucking the bomb.
It's doing the
which
splash.
is triggering damage, which you can't defend against.
Jospero's triggering.
Which is allowing him to harpoon if he wants. It's not to shoot, it's attack. So, bang. And this is like a 20-something point crappy Kiraz. It just wrecks.
Yeah, I completely don't agree that Scum are underpowered.
No, I think...
Scum are, in fact, because you're kind of newer to the game, which I know, if you were here a year ago when we were all living in the Paratani meta,
there's Scum everywhere.
Scum was the only faction. It ruined everything.
I mean, we ran tournaments here of like 36 with 24 Scum players.
There you go. So just have faith, Mr. Theobald.
Keep playing Soul.
Yeah, keep playing Soul. It's a great
You're doing
ship.
it right.
You know, the little bit of advice I gave you yesterday on your build with Soul should hopefully help you out a bit. I know you love that ship. It's a great ship. Yeah, just keep on with it, bro. They're in a good place, believe it or not.
I think so.
John Bolton.
John
Bolton.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
What are your views on thematic lists? So, for example, no Vader with FO ties as opposed to pure wooden build.
So this is funny because I only play Rebels. Like I know I built lists with other stuff, but I don't fly, and I predominantly play Rebels. I buy everything so I can have the cards and have the options to play the stuff. But yeah, we like to play in the theme of things, don't we? We live in the game. That's what we do. I like the aesthetics of it. You know, when I'm playing X-Wing, I'm playing X-Wing. And I like to keep a theme to my list. So, you know, I like to build a Rebels list. It's set in the Rebels era, like of the show when I say that. I like to build a Resistance era ship. So, you know, I've got Rey with a Resistance bomber, and it's still incredibly strong, but you are shackling yourself a little bit if you say that you won't fly any other. Now,
so
with
for example,
keywords,
hold on, Nerford had just gone.
Yeah.
I was running OP Cubed. Forget that for a second. My second list was total themed, and it was Chewie flying the Falcon with Rey Crew with Poe. It was proper Force Awakens.
Straight out Force
Awakens. Total jank, just stuff that was in that film. And it wrecked face.
Yeah, it was beast.
It ate triple jump masters when they still had torpedoes alive. I was 100-nilling people with Chewie Poe, proper thematically built. So you can build a theme list, you just got to be clever. And I'm hoping that one day, now that we're starting to get Resistance and First Order...
Yeah, this is the thing, the keywords are coming in now.
Yeah, the keywords are coming in. I'm hoping eventually it will become like that as lore.
Yeah.
So you can't put a Mega Leader with Vader.
Yeah. If something says Rebels only, it means it's of that era of time, and therefore it should be on those ships, and it can't be on the Resistance level ships. At the minute, it can.
And if you want to be cheeky, the way I get round it sometimes, and kind of call people's bluff, so is I just kind of model my ships to be thematic. Yeah. So I've got Kylo Ren and Sontir at the moment.
Yes.
So, but I've made a new Mark II TIE Interceptor out of an FO cockpit and some more modern wings off the Aggressor, turned round and modded. So this is Sontir's son, Sontir Jr. in a Mark II TIE Interceptor, First Order colours. And my little Wamper I run is a Mining Guild TIE in First Order colours, because when they were building Starkiller Base, they were using some of the older TIE variants for some of the work there. Wamper's come out of his cave, joined in a bit of a fight. So I love thematic lists. I've seen people do really well with thematic lists.
It's always a good starting point when you're building as well. It's like, I like this, I want that. And
you know, guys, it's not always a tournament. You do have like Tuesday night's game night here. You are playing with your mates. When I play on a Thursday night with my mates at my house, we generally tend to just run silly thematic stuff.
Look
at just have a bit of fun with it.
Solo trailers out. I'm sure you've all seen it, right? Amazing. Everybody has surely gone right. Straight to a squad builder. Han Solo, Falcon. Here we go. Yeah, we've all done it.
Expert handling anti-pursuit lasers.
So
here we go.
It's the thing. It's going to happen. We're all going to do it.
Absolutely. So yeah, thematic lists are good, and they're going to keep you enjoying your games, which is important.
Which is massive. Yeah.
Right. we're going to have to move on quite quickly and repeat the questions I asked you because they can't hear you.
Okay, yeah.
Right, sorry guys. That was a question by John Bolton asking about whether thematic lists have got any place in a competitive scene. Yes, they have.
Yeah.
Okay. Stephen Barrington, quick question. Tweak, stealing, PS or ability?
So Thweek,
this is
stealing,
Stephen Baddington.
and he wants to know about Thweek, stealing, PS or abilities. Now, it's who you set up against. That's all it matters. It's what that list says in front of you is why Thweek is that. So, like, again, going back to Steve's question about Scum, that ability to just go, oh, I'll have that, or I'll have that. I mean, he can steal anything.
I'm not a great flyer of Thweek. I've never actually put him on the table, but I've been on the other side of the table plenty of times. Most of the lists that have Thweek inbuilt have quite a decent initiative bid. I probably tend to go towards PS 90% of the time rather than ability.
But if you're against a load of stuff with a low PS...
I've seen Thweek go up against triple Wookiees. And what are you going to steal? Reinforce?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What are you going to steal? A low-rix ability? You're not. You're going to have the PS. You're going to try and move after them because you've got the initiative bid. Give it Star Viper Mark II. Personally, for me, 99% of the time it's going to be PS. There's going to be the odd equation where you're going to take someone's ability. It's going to be pretty rare, though.
But it's a huge option to have. I mean, it's an incredible card.
I'm still going to side on the side of PS.
Because when you build that list, you're building it with a massive bid as well.
Normally with
Always
a bid,
with a bid.
Any more?
Yeah. Caden Mess Jones.
Oh, Caden Mess Jones. Hello, Caden, you beautiful Welsh person. I miss you, brother.
With the current popularity in power bombs, do you think interceptors are dead or are they still usable with a big enough pair?
Oh no, brother! Listen, we've just been to Warlords Regional, and my friend Peepo, Paul Smith, the legend, is flying Sontir Fell, Kylo Ren, Wampa, and ruining people with it.
Yeah.
You can play around the bombs. As soon as they got rid of the Genius Trajectory Simulator interaction,
Aces jumped straight back in the matter. Like the being able to move with Trajectory Genius was control that just killed Aces.
So stupid.
But now that's gone. If you're a competent Aces player, and we've discussed,
Caden, you know how highly I think of you when it comes to flying Aces. You know you've wrecked me with those Aces. And I love you immensely because watching someone fly a ship that well is nothing but a pleasure be on the other side of the table from and get wrecked by. So don't give up hope, bro. Just like I didn't go and switch to VI R2D2 Poe. I went, no, I love my little dancing Poe and I'm sticking with him and I'm going to make him work. If anyone's got the ability to win games with triple interceptors or interceptors in your list, it's you. Have faith and use the force, bro, and point your guns.
Okay, Liam Smith, going to Euros for the first time in June. Any advice on how to approach going to it? List build, gaming etiquette, etc.
Right, this is massive. I can't explain this enough. So George goes to. So Liam's asking about he's going to Euros and he wants to know about going to a big event, list building and stuff like that. Rule number one, right? Trust me, I've been to these big events. George goes to them all. These things are amazing. You've got no idea what it's like. Everybody in that room is just in the best mood and they just want to play X-Wing. I mean, I
love Euros with a passion.
Yeah, you've not seen anything like it. We're talking rows and rows and rows of tables.
All of the European people that come over are just brilliant.
Yeah, all the
best
teams
friends ever I've made.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like a big catch-up. You just come and talk to anyone you want. Everyone wants to talk to you about lists. Doesn't matter what you fly. I've seen some right jank on the table. I took a U-Wing Euros
when
last
you
year,
walk into a tournament with 400 or 500 people, there is no one list that's going to win you that tournament.
That's right.
Do not go in. Look, I won Euros and I cried my little eyes out because that's like a lottery win. That was such a combination of luck, list, this, that and the other that it's probably never going to be repeated again. And I'm just blessed to have ever had that experience. But if that never happened, I can say honestly, before that, I have made lifelong friends in Swiss, in the Cup. I had such a good weekend. It didn't matter that I won it. I got lucky. And don't get me wrong, Lebo was a huge meta call. Simeon, props to Simeon for writing that list.
Genius.
If we'd had a top 16, top 32, there would have been 6 Lebo Miranda lists in the cut. You know, everyone else in my team was running that list, and it worked really well at the time. But look, go, have fun, enjoy your games.
Practice your list before you go. Just get it in your head. You know what your mechanic is. You know what you're there to do.
Make friends. If you can make some promos to hand to your opponents, do that. Yeah. That's great as well. You know, just go with the aim of enjoying your time. Don't spend all your money on your hobby and get upset because you didn't win.
No.
499 people going to leave disappointed. But if 499 people have had a great weekend playing pew-pew with their mates, then you can rejoice in the guy that is lucky enough to have won it and all feel part of it as well.
Yeah.
That's the key to having fun.
Etiquette-wise, like you also asked about etiquette. Etiquette is simple. You shake hands, you smile, you have a good time. And that's all that matters.
Don't be a douche on the table.
Yeah, just get along.
Nitpick over everything.
Yeah.
Don't need to call a judge over the tiniest little thing. If it's like, just roll the dice for it. Yeah. Give your guy, your opponent a cuddle. You know what I mean? Treat people how you want to be treated.
And it's that way you'll just have the best time.
You know, whereas a European meta, if there's anything we should be able to demonstrate to the rest of the world, is that we've got love in our hearts and we're going to give good game. If you give good game, you get good game. That's right. my advice.
Yeah. We've got quite a few lists being posted. People are asking for you to comment.
What we're going to do, right? We're not going to. We've got guys posting lists up, wanting me to comment on your lists. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going through everyone's list and going, that's great, that's not great. Rasta, pick your list. That's not happening because, number one, I don't want the responsibility.
Maybe another show.
Games. But if you do put some of that stuff in, if we find there's a list that's put up a few times, maybe in the next one, we'll have a chat about a couple of those lists and variants of it. That's not really the point of these videos. Than to be like a list building service. Yeah, because to be fair, I steal most of my lists off my son.
Yeah, Sim's a genius. Like, we should just get him in front of the camera and let him just read off all your lists, and he'll tell you. He'll just be.
If they want us to talk about lists, they should post on the Weekend Warlords group.
Yeah. So our director is telling us to tell you that if you want to get advice on your list from us, or we've got an incredibly strong team of very talented X-Wing players who understand the mechanics of this game very much. Post on our Weekend Warlords X-Wing page. Post your list up in there and ask. And I guarantee you that people will comment and ask. You know.
I mean, look, guys, if you're going to post up an Imperial list and ask me for advice about it, the first thing I'm going to say is don't fly Imperials, right? And I am at the moment a little fun list, but I love Rebels, and I'm always going to be skewed towards Rebels, and I'm going to love on your Rebel list, and I'm going to hate on your Imperial list, and I'm going to be kind of like, Scum's okay, because I'm kind of in the middle with it. So there's going to be that from me. I'm not a mathematician when I play the game. I play with my heart. And
sometimes we can look at a list and go, oh yeah, that looks cool and stuff, but we don't know nothing until we got on the table.
And lists are like shoes. They're personal fits.
100%.
My son can run control bots incredibly well, like a surgeon. I can't. I used to dominate people with crack glitter bots.
Yeah.
I can't run control bots. Not all lists fit all people, and it's very important that you guys understand that the keyest thing is that your list fits you and your play style. Was the point of our Poe discussion, was there's no right. There's two types. It does two different things. It fits different play styles. The trick is you identifying what you want and what your play style is, picking the right thing for that. Yeah, so, I mean, Phil GC is a great proponent of just running fluff because he enjoys it. And I've told him, like last weekend, imagine what would happen, Phil, if you actually took a powerful list.
Yeah, because he's almost shackling himself. It's weird, but he is. He's almost shackling himself by only taking the Vipers. And don't get me wrong, Phil is a legend. You should read his blog.
Lovely, Phil.
Yeah, legend. But we spoke about it, didn't we? And if you put something... Because obviously there's tiers of lists, you know, and if you put something that was tier 1 in this meta, in Phil's hands, you know what I mean?
And
he's going to do something with it.
I'd love nothing more than to see Phil GC write a blog about how he just wrecked a big-ass system open and has won it, and he's going to Celebration all for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'd support you, Phil.
Yeah, 100%.
We've got a question from John Dinsdale.
Yeah, I know John Dinsdale. Hello, John.
Okay, is Dash and Poe a decent newbie list?
Yeah.
And how many games roughly should I play before heading to a tournament?
Oh, mate.
Listen, brother. Okay. Actually, I've had this discussion. Dash is not everyone's cup of tea. If you fly Dash well, Dash is an amazing ship. If you fly Dash wrong, Dash dies in 2 turns.
He's very interesting in the way that he breaks the core mechanics of X-Wing. In the fact that he ignores terrain. You know, he doesn't care about debris at all.
He doesn't, but
people,
if
you get stuff at range 1 of him, he dies.
Anyone that's kind of knows Dash will try and herd Dash into a corner. They'll try and box him, and if you haven't had table time with him and he doesn't fit you, it'll bite you hard. It is a good newbie list. All lists are good newbie lists, and you know what? Just practice your stuff. Play different things.
One of the keys for a new player, I always maintain, if they want to fly something straight out the box, which is 100% tournament level, buy Heroes of Resistance.
Yeah.
You know, like
Grey's great.
At that
Poe's
box, you're
great.
getting a lot. Like you really are getting 100 points of like competitive game.
Honestly, John, so you shouldn't enter tournaments and like be like, oh God, I must have a list that is really good and I know how to beat everyone with, because you'll learn more at the tournaments than you will practice with your friends. A lot of like people think that me and Simeon practice all the time. We don't ever play anymore because there's no point. He knows what I'm thinking. I know what he's thinking. It's a null and void game. There's nothing to be learned. Going to a tournament and being on the side of a table of a guy that, regardless of what his list is, you don't know how he's going to fly at.
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
right.
know how
Everyone's
his mind
crazy.
works. That's where you really learn.
There's
Don't think when I started playing I won anything.
Yeah,
I didn't win
no,
anything.
no,
I got smashed. We're losing all my games every
you
tournament.
don't know, you can never prepare for every list.
No.
It's like in a room of 500 people, now that Nimmiranda's been fixed, it's not going to be 500 Nimmirandas, it's going to be 500 different lists. Yeah. And you cannot compare, you just do not know what it's going to be. First round in Element for me, setting up against that horrible 3 scum list.
Yeah.
You know, the nicest guy in the world. Like, but wow, what a list.
Because
like,
you didn't
and
know
I
what
didn't
was
know
coming.
what it did. And I was like, wow, this crap 20-point bloody Kiraz is doing 6 hull on Ray a turn. It's like animal. Yeah. So you cannot prepare. You've just got to find something that you enjoy flying, take it to tournament, see how you do, and just keep working at it.
Yeah.
We're pretty much out of question.
Brilliant.
Questions though.
To be fair, I'm out of
Puff.
spit.
It's over an hour now, so yeah, if you want to like mention to people where to find us.
Yeah, so if you've watched this and you've found us on any other of the X-Wing sites or anything like that, come back and find us at Weekend Warlords X-Wing page, and we and join us there, you know, and follow our tournaments and follow us
run
chatting.
2 monthly tournaments, normally second weekend of the month, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's about a 28-man tournament.
Yep.
Sunday's 38, sometimes 40 players if we can squeeze them in.
Yep.
It sells out incredibly quick. You will have an incredibly good time. Come and join
That's
us.
a promise.
Please do. We'd love to have anyone. We have guys travel from all over the country to come and
All
play
over
with
the
us.
world?
All over the world to come and play with us. We
Yeah.
had guys from Tiderian, Shuttle Tiderian from America in here last night playing Tuesday night X-Wing with us.
Which is insane.
Yeah, which is
Tuesday
insane.
night X-Wing, I mean, if you're around the Midlands, if you end up working around the Midlands
Come
or
and
anything
join
like
us.
that, come down on a Tuesday night. You'd be really surprised. It's a strong room and a lot of fun.
27 X-Wingers in here last night.
Yeah, it was great.
That's bigger than some national events. Also, I'm Rasta Mace from Rasta Mace Painting.
Which is important.
Right, you can find me on Facebook. I'm going to be doing a video after this about magnets. I've got a little Patreon set up where you can watch my tutorials and I'll teach you to paint and sculpt and model, because those of you that have met me know that I probably love the modelling side more than anything else. I love gaming, but I started in this hobby because of painting stuff. So come over, have a look. If you like what you see, please support me. If nothing else, like my page, and I'm continually sharing cool stuff, and it might inspire you to paint some stuff. It might.
It's inspired a lot of people. Everyone we've spoke to so far. I mean, these videos are really great that Rasta's putting out, and
it's for you lot.
Yeah,
I love you lot.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, even if you're interested in airbrushing, you're interested in painting, you're interested in modelling, he will teach you everything.
Even if you just want to follow my site, and every week or so you see some really pretty pictures of some cool ships, just do that.
And you'll find these videos, they'll be linked on there.
Yep.
You want to, he's an amazing X-Wing player, and that'll be part of it.
I'm a better cook.
Yeah, it's true. Your mum's even better.
Yeah, she is even better. So, look, from Ash and Rasta, one love.
Yeah.
All the games, all the times.
Yeah.
Join us at Warlords.
Come and
Love
see us
you
at
guys.
Warlords.
Peace out. May the force be with you all.